Imagine this, you're in the heat of the moment with your partner. Heart's pounding, but suddenly your mind starts spiraling, racing thoughts, tight chest, and that suffocating wave crashes over you. What if I told you it's not just nerves, but a hidden signal in your body that's shutting you down? I'm Amanda Pasciucco, licensed therapist and sex therapist, and today we're diving deep into stopping anxiety attacks in relationships or in the bedroom. We wanted to do this before it steals your connection. If this resonates, hit like, subscribe, and the bell so you never miss tools to reclaim your nervous system. Let's decode the signal, because anxiety in love or sex isn't random. It's your brain's ancient alarm system misfiring during modern intimacy. In relationships, it might spike from unspoken fears of vulnerability, like replaying past rejections mid-conversation. During sex, it stems from performance myths that you've internalized, turning pleasure into pressure. As a therapist, I've seen how these attacks often link to attachment echoes, subtle imprints from earlier bonds that resurface, making your body react as if rejection is imminent. Here's the unique twist though. It's not about fighting the feeling, it's about tracing it back. Next time it hits, pause and ask yourself silently, what story is my body telling me? This isn't suppression, it's illumination. We're turning the attack into insight. When we illuminated the root, we move back to practical anchors that can deploy instantly to reclaim your control and calm. So you get to anchor in the moment with sensory threads, some tools I've refined in session that weave you back to presence without forcing it. This is about partnering with your senses uniquely in intimacy. During an attack, shift focus to the feeling of your partner's skin or the fabric of the bed. Also, you can have a box of different fabrics that helps you. Tracing fabrics pulls you back. When you're spiraling in your narrative of anxiety, you can just trace the texture of the fabric. I created a step-by-step program called Calm that you can get in the description below. Also, try mirror exercises with your partner. You can be with them and sync your breathing. You inhale, they inhale. Also things like vocal anchoring, whispering a word like love or fun or curiosity. These aren't quick fixes, they're deep resets, drawing from polyvagal theory to co-regulate you with your partner. And that turns isolation into shared strength. Now you're equipped. True freedom comes from building foundations to prevent anxiety attacks altogether. What I've noticed is that anxiety thrives in unspoken gaps. Doing things like an intimacy audit in your partnership to check in weekly about how you're emotionally doing with one another, naming triggers without judgment. It's not just therapy speak, it's proactive. For sex-specific attacks, integrate things like sensual blueprints to co-create a map of what feels secure versus triggering. You can draw or use notes to visualize boundaries. Over time, this builds resilience, which reduces attacks by fostering predictability and passion. Reframe anxiety as your teacher. Journal post-anxious episode. Not just the pain, but the lesson. Transforming it from enemy to ally will help deepen your connection. There you have it, decoding signals, anchoring moments, and forging bonds. If this sparks something, hit subscribe, like, and the bell. If you have any comments or tips and tricks, we'd love to hear them. Write them below. I'm Dr. Amanda Pasciucco. I'll catch you next week.